What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. I got a quick video for you tonight. Shout out to my dude Mike. Yo, Mike! Shout out to you, puppy. I'ma see if I put his comment on. Maybe I'll put it right here. Yeah, I don't know if I will or not. You guys know I'm horrible with editing these videos. Anyways, I made a video yesterday talking about how the benefit of being able to play everything on one box, right? And it made me think about this rumor that's out there right now, which is Hi-Fi Rush coming to the PS5. And it's just a rumor. It's just grown men gossiping because nobody really knows or has solid proof or has the testicular fortitude to come out and actually say, like, yes, I know this for a fact because I spoke to so and so. Everybody's really hush hush about it. So as far as I'm concerned, Hi-Fi Rush coming to the PS5 is gossip until it actually happens or until somebody with actual authority comes out and says, no, I know this is happening because I'm someone important that makes decisions like this. Okay, so with all that being said, people over here data mining t-shirts and all kinds of stuff like pathetic. Anyways, with all that being said though, the concept of being able to play your games on one box is phenomenal and a no-brainer. And I gotta be honest with you, we're kind of stupid. We're console gamers. We're kind of dumb. We're pretty much idiots for allowing this to happen. I don't have no idea how we allowed this to happen and accepted this. What I did yesterday was I played Halo Infinite. Then I played the Days Gone, which is a PlayStation game. Then I went to the gym, came back, played some more Halo Infinite, which is an Xbox game, and I played it all on my PC. So I played an Xbox game, I played a PlayStation game, all on my PC without having to turn on a different console, without having to switch the controller, without having to do anything else, simply just picking a different game. And it's still an Xbox game versus a Sony game, and you can still have the Xbox versus Sony comparison and war and what game is better, whatever, but it's still playing it on one box, on one system, and made it extremely convenient for me. Today, I turn on my Xbox Series X and I see Halo Infinite is on there. Red Dead Redemption 2 is still on there. RoboCop is still on there. Shout out to you, my dude Farrell, right? Days Gone is not on there, right? And I'm enjoying Days Gone, okay? I turn on my PS5 because I do have Days Gone on my PS5 as well. And guess what? On my PS5, I have Days Gone, so I went ahead and downloaded it because I want to see what it looks like compared to PC, right? Red Dead Redemption 2 is on PS5. I don't have it, but it's on there if I wanted it. RoboCop is on there as well on the PS5. But Halo Infinite is not on there. So let's just say these are 4 games that I have in rotation right now. In order for me to fully play all these 4 games, I would have to be willing at some point to turn off one box and turn on the other. Which means I would have to be willing at some point to play on one ecosystem instead of playing on the other. Which means at some point I would have to be willing to use a controller that I prefer versus another controller that I don't prefer, whatever you prefer. Or I could hop on my PC, which I currently have RoboCop on the PC, currently have Days Gone on the PC, currently have Halo Infinite on the PC, and I also have Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PC, and play them all on my PC. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, so Doc, shut up. The problem is solved. Just play it on PC. That's not the issue that I'm having. The issue that I'm having with this is that I'm going to be honest with you. PC is not always necessarily better. There is a huge advantage to the convenience of playing on console. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody tells me, what anybody tries to argue. I have had my Xbox Series X since it came out. I've had my gaming PC not even a full month yet. And I have had more game crashes and more issues on my gaming PC than I have ever had on my Xbox Series X. Or even the PS5 for that matter. They just work. They just work. The consoles just work. It's really quick to get into the game. I was explaining to somebody at work that if I'm playing something on my console and my kids walk in and now they want to have family time or whatever, all I have to do is just hit the Xbox button, go back home, and I could jump into Netflix or whatever, and it'll be quick resumed in the background. The feature is phenomenal. The feature is amazing. And then when I'm done, I'll jump back in. I'll have games on quick resume for weeks on end. And I'll jump back in whenever I want, like this. That's a feature that I don't have on my PC, and putting my PC to sleep is not the same, because God forbid I got to turn on my PC and I got to update. And if you're going to sit there and try to compare the amount of updates that a PC has to a console, you're out of your freaking mind. You know it doesn't compare. But why did we allow this to happen? Because it would be beautiful if we had one console that played all the games. I'm not saying just one console. What I mean is, if you and I could choose whatever console we wanted, but the console could play all the games. See, right now, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card or an AMD graphics card, regardless of which one you prefer, we can still play both games. Shout out to Frogboy X1 Gaming. That boy's destroying NVIDIA graphics cards right now. He hates them. But anyways, it doesn't matter. He knows that he has his preference, but he knows that somebody on an NVIDIA graphics card can still play the exact same games. It'd be dumb for us to argue what games you're playing. What we're arguing is what features are better. Is DLSS better than FSR? Is frame generation better than freaking whatever AMD has to compare to it? Like, that's what we're arguing. Is G-Sync better than FreeSync? Like that. These are the things that we could argue about. But the games itself, we could both play them. That's genius. How are we console gamers so stupid to allow Sony and Microsoft to box us in to, oh, we need to play exclusives? Exclusives really matter. Exclusives don't matter. They only help the company. I want to play on my Xbox, and I want to be able to play everything. And if I want to play on my PlayStation, I want to be able to play everything. I want to be able to do that as well. However, that's not the reality. But on my PC, I can play Days Gone, Red Dead Redemption 2, the RoboCop, and Halo Infinite. So that's a PlayStation-centric game, right? 2 multiplats and an Xbox game all on one machine. But if I try to do the same thing with my other 2 consoles, at some point of that game rotation, I would have to switch console. That's inconvenient and that's dumb. That I think I'm winning somehow. That's dumb if you think you're winning somehow, because these companies make you buy 2 boxes. Xbox now is pioneering this movement because everything is on PC, right? And even Sony is being a little bit stingent with what they drop on PC. So you got to wait a little bit until it drops there. But Xbox has already put everything on PC day and date. So they're moving the needle forward. They're more innovative. They're thinking ahead. And not maybe out of goodwill, not maybe out of good faith, maybe because they have to, maybe because they got destroyed last generation, so they had to figure something else out. And maybe this does help. Maybe the rumor, maybe the gossip is true. Maybe Hi-Fi Rush will go on the PS5. And if that happens, nobody loses. I need you to understand that. There's only winners. If Hi-Fi Rush gets ported to the PS5, the PlayStation gamers are winning then. But by default, that doesn't mean that we're losing. We've already played the game. But now, perhaps, this creates an opportunity for you and I to think about, okay, is it beneficial for us to have 2 different boxes? For what? Imagine a future where instead of spending $500 on one box and $500 on another box, you could take that grand and spend it on the top tier home console if you wish. And there was just different tiers of consoles made by different manufacturers, the same way there's different PCs made by, you could get a PC get by Cyberblock, HP, Omen, freaking Lenovo. You could get one made by Asus. You could get one made by MSI. What are we doing? What did we allow? What did we allow? You know, Tupac, I think it was Tupac that said, I'm not gonna change the world, but I'm gonna spark the mind that's gonna do it. Look, man, this is not a brand new revelation. PC gamers have been talking like this. I just don't think they've been able to get through to us. I think some console gamers, I think we're pretty hard headed. But I see it, man. I see it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to change every single console gamer's perspective out there. But maybe I'll change or spark the mind of somebody in the industry that'll be like, you know what? I'm going to make a console like PC. Really make a console like PC that then will be able to play everything. Where Sony and Xbox won't feel threatened by putting their games on there. And that'll take off. And maybe that'll make Xbox and Sony to make a console similar to that. Dog 1985, there's levels to this. I'm telling you right now, one box that plays everything, you win. There's no lose in that. We out. Peace.